Hello everyone. In this video, we are continuing with inheritance. We have already discussed the basics of inheritance, how to create a parent class and how to create a child class. And now and also we have discussed the types of inheritance. And in this, we are continuing it, like we will discuss init functions and super, what is super, and taking up with some examples. So let's start with it. Here I have created a parent class known as person, and we have a init method in it. You all know that what is an init method. It calls itself when we create an object. We don't need to call it explicitly. So here we have an init method and we have another method which is print name. It prints the self.f name, which is here. We have assigned that whatever parameter we will pass in our function f name, it will assign here, and then we are printing that same in print name function. So here I have created a object known as p, and I'm calling it by Kriti Dubey, and here we are calling the function, the print name function. You know that init works itself, like we don't have to call it. So let's run it, and you can see the result. Kriti Dubey is printed. This indicates that this class works fine. And now we are creating another class, the child class known as student, and we are passing a class person in it. So this depicts the inheritance, and we are writing pass here because we don't have any arguments. So if you don't write pass, it will give you an error. We will see arguments afterwards, but for right now we are just using pass, and I will run this. Here we don't get any error. If you don't write pass and you won't like write any line in it, then it will give you an error, so please write pass. Now I'm creating an object of class student. So here I'm giving arguments Rohan and Sane, and now I'm uh, printing the same using print name. You know that the that if we create an object of child class, it includes all the methods of the parent class. So print name will work in this, and I'm running it, and you can see we get the result here. And now what if we want to add init function in our child class? So what will happen? So if we add init function in our child class, so after that the child class will no longer inherit the parent's init function. So the init function of child class will be run while we create an object of a child class, and the init function of parent class will be like discarded, and it will not run. And to keep the inheritance of the parent's init function, we add a call to the parent's init function here. So how do you add a call to parent's init function? Please notice here that we are writing person. Person is the parent class. Then we are writing here dot person dot, and then we are calling the init function of our parent class. So we are creating a class, init class in the child class. Here student is our child class. We are creating our init function in child class, and then in that function we are calling the init function of our parent class. So please note the syntax, like person dot init. If you don't write dot, you don't write person, it will not run. Okay, I will show you that. Let's see the example here first. S1 equals to student Krish Gupta. Here we are giving the arguments, and we are again calling the method of our parent class. So let's run it. Okay, here you can see the result. Now I just commented here. Okay, and now I try to run, like I don't comment it, I just remove the dot. I will remove the dot, and now I run it when. So here it gives you an error that person init not defined. Let's if, if I don't remove the dot and I remove this thing, person and both the things, then also it will not run. So please remember the syntax very correctly. Now I run it again. Yeah, now it runs. So you have to write the same thing, like you have to write the name of the class and then dot to call the init function of the parent. Now we'll see another thing. What basically is a super function. We are introducing super function here. So what does super function do? So it will make the child class inherit all the methods and properties from its parent. By using this function, we don't have to name uh, you don't have to use the name of the parent element. It will automatically inherit the methods and properties itself from the parent. Here we have assigned, you can see that person dot init, and here what we are doing is super dot init. So you don't have to write the name of the parent class here. You just write super and it will inherit the methods and the properties of the parent function. So it becomes easy for us to code, to do this while code. Here I've taken another example, Krish Gupta, and then I'm printing it, and it works perfectly fine. So always remember that, remember the use of super function, that you don't have to write the name of the parent class again and again to call its method. You just write super and it will work. So this was all about super. We are getting ahead with some few more example. Let's see that. Okay, so here what we are doing is we are introducing another attribute to our uh, init method in the child class. What is the attribute? Here we are assigning a grade. So earlier we have only assigned first name and last name. You can see that. Now we are also adding another parameter grade, and you know that how to assign a value in an in function, self dot grade, which gives us the grade. So here I have created an object of this child class Kritika Sharma, and now we have to pass another argument in this, which is grade. Here I have passed a grade, and now I'm printing print name, and I'm also, now what to do to access the grade. So you have to write that print x dot grade, otherwise it will not work because we are nowhere else printing grade. If you don't, like, let me run this and show you. So you can see Kritika Sharma and A. If you don't write this, it will not give you any error, okay? Because I'm doing this for just to print the grade, and to print the grade you have to access it through the object only. Otherwise, you will not. It will not be printed because we are nowhere writing the code to print the grade. So you can see it, that how it works, how we can add parameters to our init method and to child class. Here I have taken another example, and what we are doing here is we are adding a parameter here. Okay, I'm not adding any grade or something like that. The syntax will be same. Self, here we have written self dot grade equals to grade. Here we will write self dot graduation year equals to year. You please note that what you write here is the same thing you need to write here. We have already seen this in object and classes. So here we are we are taking another method, welcome. And what does welcome do? So welcome basically prints welcome. Here note that it is string, and this is the parameter we have given. Sorry. Okay. Self dot f name will is the f first name. Self dot l name is the last name, and to the class is again the string, so it will be added on. And here we are printing self dot graduation year. Okay. Now I'm creating an object of the student class, Here I have passing Riya Sharma, and this is the graduation year. And now I'm calling welcome function here, and let me run this. Okay, so you can see the output. Welcome Riya Sharma to the class of 2021. So here how it works, how you can assign parameters to the child class in the init method, how you can define another method, how to use super, and how to access the parent elements and the parent methods. So here this was all about inheritance. You can watch the previous video of inheritance also. I've explained everything in that, and this was all about inheritance. It is such an easy topic to understand, and this was all. Thank you everyone.